AI lip sync tools combine an image or video of your character along with some audio and make your character talk. But how well do they do, and which one's best? Is there even a best? For this video, I tested 6 different AI lip sync tools, and to make it a fair comparison, I used the same starting image or video of each character, and I used the same audio which I generated in ElevenLabs. I'll show you the results, a quick walkthrough of how to use each tool, and we'll take a peek at the pricing. And what you'll see are first results only. No cherry picking, no re-rolls, just what the tool gave me on the first run. Let's get going, starting with Hedra.
Bob asked me to say something serious, but all I can think about is how my shirt looks like the wallpaper in a dentist's waiting room.
Felt like things got fuzzy in the mouth area there a little bit, but his head movement, eyes, and even his upper body and shirt collar moving looked good.
I think it's exploring the duality of existence, or maybe the artist just dropped a smoothie on the canvas. Either way, it's kind of brilliant.
There were a couple of misses there with the lips matching the words and some fuzzy teeth briefly, but the expressiveness looked good. Next we have a cartoon-style character.
I'm not saying I'm keeping score, but if I were, you'd definitely be in second place. And I never explain who's in first.
With a cartoon, the mouth movement doesn't have to be as precise as with a photo-style subject. Hedra did a great job with the expressiveness beyond the character's mouth, her body language and whatnot. It wasn't stiff, but it wasn't overdone either.
I just realized if the humans leave through the front door, they could return through the back. This changes everything.
He's moving an awful lot, but his mouth is just kind of open. Not really liking this one. Many, if not most, of the AI lip sync tools really struggle with pets, like dogs or cats, as well as cartoons and other non-human subjects. So I didn't really expect much when trying these, but folks often ask me about lip syncing pets or cartoon characters or singing. And speaking of singing, that's what we're going to have our next test character doing, singing a little song I made up in Suno.
Need a good title and thumbnail too, a whole lot of editing left to do. Gotta make the hook and intro shine, and maybe they'll watch till minute 9. A few million views, or maybe more. 1 of 10 is what I'm hoping for.
Overall, that was pretty good. It looks like it's not making the right mouth movement for the F sounds, F as in foxtrot, and it had a little trouble at the end carrying out that last note. But the vocal there at the end fades out quietly over the music, so I can't really complain about that. It might have done better if I'd extracted the vocals and just used the vocals for my audio source. To create a lip sync on Hedra, just click on the video button. You can click this start frame button to create an AI generated image, capture an image using your webcam, or upload an image, or you can just drag and drop your image right here on this tile. For the audio, if you click the button, you can either generate your speech right here on Hedra by typing out your script and choosing a voice, record the audio using your microphone, upload the audio, or drag your audio file in and drop it on that tile, then click Add to Video. You can add a prompt describing the character's emotion and gestures, like person maintains eye contact, or person looks around, but that's optional, so you can also leave that blank. Then click the arrow button to generate your AI lip sync video. Hedra does have a free tier, which includes 300 credits per month, no commercial use, and I believe that has a watermark. Paid plans start at $10 a month for 1,000 credits. You are allowed commercial use and no watermark on that, and they do offer a discount for yearly billing. That would make it work out to $8 a month for the basic paid plan. To figure out what that 1,000 credits would get you, scroll down here on the pricing page, and they've got a credits menu, so character 3 at 720p, that's going to be 6 credits per second of video. LemonSlice recently upgraded their lip sync model, so let's see how it does.
Bob asked me to say something serious, but all I can think about is how my shirt looks like the wallpaper in a dentist's waiting room.
It felt a little fuzzy, and there was a bit of a quiver or something there at the very end. The mouth movement, the actual lip sync, wasn't perfect, but the subtle head movement and body movement was good, and I liked how the camera moved slowly left throughout the video, and how it had the trees and plants outside the window moving in the wind.
I think it's exploring the duality of existence, or maybe the artist just dropped a smoothie on the canvas. Either way, it's kind of brilliant.
The lip sync looked pretty good, maybe a blip there at the very end, but I like how she took a step back and how it added a little handheld camera shake.
I'm not saying I'm keeping score, but if I were, you'd definitely be in second place. And I never explain who's in first.
The lip sync didn't look as accurate as Hedra. I liked the body language up until she pivoted, and there it got blurry, and when it showed a different angle of her face, it just didn't really look to me like the same character.
I just realized if the humans leave through the front door, they could return through the back. This changes everything.
Now for all the other characters, I used the latest model on LemonSlice, but for this dog, it said it couldn't identify a face and told me to use the older model, which I did. The only thing that moves in this one is his mouth, and even that's kind of morphy in some spots in a creepy way. Then toward the end, his mouth just stops moving while he's still talking.
Need a good title and thumbnail too. A whole lot of editing left to do. Gotta make the hook and intro shine. And maybe they'll watch till minute 9. A few million views, or maybe more. 1 of 10 is what I'm hoping for.
For the most part, his mouth movements lined up with the sounds. There might have been one syllable there that was off. The part where his eyes are partly closed, combined with the subtle movement, made it feel like he was really getting into the music. And there at the end, when the vocals taper, his movements were a little goofy, but like goofy enough that they seemed real. To create an AI lip sync video on LemonSlice, click Create Video, drag your image or video right over top of this panel and drop it, or you can click the button below the image or video, upload from there, select an image you've already used, or use their AI image generation to create an image of a character. If you're using audio you've already created, just drag that file in and drop it here on the audio panel, or you can click the Select Audio button, use their AI text-to-speech, just give it a script and pick a voice, or record your audio or generate AI music here on LemonSlice to use as your audio. Over in the Generate panel, choose your model. V2.7 is the newest model and the one I used for all these examples. If you choose that one, there's no settings to fool with here. It's all automatic except for the number of videos you want to generate and toggling on this private mode button if you don't want your AI lip sync video to show up in the community gallery. Then click the Generate Video button. LemonSlice does have a free tier, but it doesn't include access to the new version 2.7 model. Paid plans start at $8 a month for 1,200 credits per month. That gives you a 1-minute max video length. If you need longer generations, they do have a professional tier, 6,000 credits a month, and that gives you up to a 5-minute max video length. For that 2.7 model, it's 25 credits per second for the first 10 seconds, and then 2 credits per second after that. Our next tool is Dzine.
Bob asked me to say something serious, but all I can think about is how my shirt looks like the wallpaper in a dentist's waiting room.
There were a few misses on the mouth movements lining up with the sounds, but the mouth and teeth are clear, and the overall expressiveness is really good, from his head and body movements to the wrinkles in his forehead and movement in his neck muscles.
I think it's exploring the duality of existence, or maybe the artist just dropped a smoothie on the canvas. Either way, it's kind of brilliant.
Again, slight misses on the lips, not exactly moving the way you'd expect for some of the sounds coming out, but the expressiveness looks authentic, and the subtle camera movement adds a nice touch. Dzine does a great job with these details beyond the immediate mouth area, like the muscles and dimples and laugh lines.
I'm not saying I'm keeping score, but if I were, you'd definitely be in second place. And I never explain who's in first.
I think this one came out just fine. The lip sync part looks good, the expressiveness is just enough without going overboard, and handles the animation of the character in a way that keeps her consistent.
I just realized if the humans leave through the front door, they could return through the back. This changes everything.
Pets and non-human characters are just not what these AI lip sync models are built for, but I still gave it a shot to see how it does, and in this case, the mouth moves a little at some points, but not much. I gotta say though, the way it animates his breathing and the eye blinks is pretty cool.
Need a good title and thumbnail too. A whole lot of editing left to do. Gotta make the hook and intro shine. And maybe they'll watch till minute 9. A few million views, or maybe more. 1 of 10 is what I'm hoping for.
The head bobbing seems a little excessive, and there were places where I felt like he was a little too stiff or a little too animated for how he was singing at certain points. And then that weird twitching bobbing thing he did with his head toward the end was just really bizarre. Again, these are all first attempts because I didn't want to cherry pick and only show you good stuff and give you false expectations. But this is one where you definitely want to try a reroll and maybe it would nail it. To create an AI lip sync video in Dzine, you can click this lip sync button. That'll create a new blank project and open up the lip sync dialog. To upload a starting video of your character, click this bottom button. To upload an image of your character, click the top button. Drag and drop your file. Click select to let it know it's found the face. Then next. Crop the image if you want. Click next. Then it brings us into a timeline. We want to click Pick a Voice, type out your script, choose the voice you want to use and generate the audio, or click the Upload Audio tab, drag in your audio file up to 30 seconds in duration. It drops it on the timeline. Choose your generation mode. For this clip, which is 6 or 7 seconds, it would cost 6 video credits. Pro mode, which is what I use for all the examples today, is better movement and clarity, and that would be 36 credits for this 6 or 7 second clip. Then click Generate. To use the AI lip sync, you'll need to be on the Creator plan or above. Creator is $19.99 per month if you pay monthly. If you pay annually, it works out to $16 a month. Creator plan gives you 3,000 fast image credits a month, 3,000 video credits a month. Now keep in mind that Dzine has a lot more than AI lip sync. It has AI image generation, AI video generation, along with many other tools and features like the chat editor and consistent characters. Next up is Higgsfield.
Bob asked me to say something serious, but all I can think about is how my shirt looks like the wallpaper in a dentist's waiting room.
This one kind of hurts my eyes. It seemed jittery, so I checked, and it's outputting at 16 frames per second, where the other platforms are outputting 24, 25, or 30 frames per second.
I think it's exploring the duality of existence, or maybe the artist just dropped a smoothie on the canvas. Either way, it's kind of brilliant.
The low frame rate makes it choppy, and at one point she has cartoon teeth for a second. I also felt like her cheeks were doing a little too much puffing out and in there in the beginning.
I'm not saying I'm keeping score, but if I were, you'd definitely be in second place. And I never explain who's in first.
The cartoon style gives us less expectation of a perfect lip sync, so this works, although not as well as some of the others have done with this character.
I just realized if the humans leave through the front door, they could return through the back. This changes everything.
This one surprised me. It's got issues, but it's way better than I expected, and better than most lip sync tools do with dogs.
Need a good title and thumbnail too. A whole lot of editing left to do. Gotta make the hook and intro shine. And maybe they'll watch till minute 9. A few million views.
That one cut short because the max audio duration for Higgsfield lip sync is 15 seconds and my song chorus is 23 seconds. Aside from that, there were several places there where the sounds his lips appeared to be forming weren't the sounds we were hearing. Otherwise, it did well with his face, head, and body language. To create an AI lip sync video on Higgsfield, up here under Video, click Talking Avatar, drag in the image of your character and drop it here on this Upload an Image tile. Click on Audio. If you want to use Higgsfield's text-to-speech, pick a voice, type in your script, and generate. To bring in your own audio, click the Upload tab, drag in your audio file up to 100 megabytes and drop it here. Then select that audio file over on the right. Just below where it loaded the audio in, you have a prompt box if you want to describe your scene. That's optional. For the model, Higgsfield Speak 2.0 is what I use for all the examples today. They also have VO3 and VO3 Fast as options here. However, if you select one of those, it will remove your audio. With VO3, you can tell it what you want your character to say, but you can't exactly pick the voice. You can change the quality. I'd leave it on high and then click Generate. To use the Higgsfield Speak AI lip sync, you'll need to be on the Pro plan or higher. The Pro plan is $29 a month if paid monthly, or if you pay annually, it looks like it works out to $17.40 a month. That includes 600 credits a month and a bunch of AI image and video features. Next up, CapCut AI Dialogue Scene.
Bob asked me to say something serious, but all I can think about is how my shirt looks like the wallpaper in a dentist's waiting room.
This could be the best version of this guy so far. His lips are doing what we expect to produce the sounds that we're hearing. His face, head, and body language look good. His mouth doesn't get fuzzy and it doesn't swap in cartoon teeth anywhere. The watermark is annoying, that stupid AI generate in the upper left-hand corner. It doesn't even make sense. Put a D on the end of generate, man. I know you can use another tool to get rid of the watermark. It just adds another step and it's annoying.
I think it's exploring the duality of existence, or maybe the artist just dropped a smoothie on the canvas. Either way, it's kind of brilliant.
Didn't seem like her lips matched the sounds in a few spots there, and speaking of sound, CapCut's doing something to the audio. It sounds like when you use an AI noise reducer or something, but the sound in the lip sync video is a little different than my original uploaded sound.
I'm not saying I'm keeping score, but if I were, you'd definitely be in second place. And I never explain who's in first.
This one turned out okay, no complaints, but not particularly mind-blowing, as some would say.
I just realized if the humans leave through the front door, they could return through the back. This changes everything.
His mouth movement is better than some, but not exactly amazing. I do like the subtle body movements and the way his shadow moves with him.
Need a good title and thumbnail too. A whole lot of editing left to do. Gotta make the hook and intro shine, and maybe they'll watch till midnight.
The lip sync movement matches the sound coming out, his facial expressions are good, and I like the body language and the way it animates his breathing, which also syncs up with how he's singing. But CapCut apparently isolated the vocals, so the music is gone. To get it back, I could drop the audio from this clip and then put the original audio along with the video part of this clip together on a timeline in CapCut or DaVinci or Filmora or whatever. But again, it adds another step and that's annoying. Also, the max uploaded audio duration is 12 seconds. So to get my whole 23-second chorus, I'd have to do this in 2 parts and put it together and then do something to hide the cut in the visual part. To create an AI lip sync video in CapCut using their AI Dialogue Scene feature, we're inside a project in CapCut. Over on the left menu with Media selected, we're going to click on AI Media, and then below that, AI Dialogue Scene. Now, if you're not seeing AI Dialogue Scene here as an option, all I can tell you is that I'm using CapCut Desktop for PC version 7.0.0, and I'm in the US. I don't think the AI Dialogue Scene is available in all regions or countries, but I'm not sure which ones it is and isn't available in. That would be my best guess as to why you're not seeing it if you're not. But hopefully you are seeing it, and in that case, the first thing we need to give it is a character photo. We can just drag in our image and drop it there. We can either type out the script and choose one of the AI voices, or click this or add audio button, select our file. Once it pops up, click save, click the generate button. It puts this placeholder on the timeline and gets to work generating. CapCut's AI Dialogue Scene does require a pro subscription and it uses AI credits. Now I think Dramina is using the same AI lip sync model as CapCut's AI Dialogue Scene if you want to lip sync without fooling with CapCut. CapCut and Dramina are both owned by the same parent company, which is ByteDance. Our last tool is Kling.
Bob asked me to say something serious, but all I can think about is how my shirt looks like the wallpaper in a dentist's waiting room.
His teeth get fuzzy and weird a few times in there, and his lips look like they're flapping way more than they should be. The silent part there at the end is because the length of your lip sync video from Kling will be the length of your starting video. I used a 10-second video of this guy with 6 seconds of audio, so it leaves that extra 4 seconds of video in there. And you can't trim the video when you're setting up the lip sync.
I think it's exploring the duality of existence, or maybe the artist just dropped a smoothie on the canvas. Either way, it's kind of brilliant.
I like her facial expression, especially there in the last few seconds, but the mouth movement doesn't quite match the sound sometimes, and the mouth area has something strange going on too. Now I trimmed this one before I uploaded it to the lip sync tool to avoid that silent leftover.
I'm not saying I'm keeping score, but if I were, you'd definitely be in second place. And I never explain who's in first.
I didn't trim this starting video before I uploaded it to the exact audio length, so we got a little extra video at the end. Otherwise, I don't see any issues, and I'd consider this one usable.
I just realized if the humans leave through the front door, they could return through the back. This changes everything.
There's all kinds of weird stuff happening with this guy's mouth, and his body language doesn't really work for this. But again, lip syncing pets isn't a strength of these tools, so I didn't expect much.
Need a good title and thumbnail too. A whole lot of editing left to do. Gotta make the hook and intro shine, and maybe they'll watch till minute 9. A few million views, or maybe more. 1 of 10 is what I'm hoping for.
It didn't do an awful job with this one, but there were a few mismatches in what sounds you'd expect his lips to be forming and the sounds that we're hearing. There's something about the mouth area that isn't quite fuzziness, or maybe it is. It looked like a little cut or morph thing happened there at one point, and then the ending, again, the vocals there trail off at lower volume than the music, so I can't blame it for stopping him singing a little too soon. To create an AI lip sync video on Kling, we want to go to the video page. Then on the left menu, come down to this icon of lips. That's the lip sync video generator. Click on that. Kling requires a base video, not a starting image. To create that video, I use Kling 2.1, image to video, use the image of my character as the start frame, and give it a simple prompt like the man is speaking naturally while looking directly at the camera. I use professional mode and set the length at 10 seconds. Back in the lip sync tool, drag in the video. 60 seconds is the max duration. That's fine because this one's 10. That brings us to this timeline editor. If you want to use Kling's text-to-speech, type in your script and pick a voice. Or if you've already got your audio file, click this Upload Local Dubbing tab, drag and drop your file. Maximum 60-second duration on that also. Then click Add Speech to put that file on the timeline. If the audio is too long, you can trim it down, but you cannot trim the video down, so we'll just have this extra part at the end, unless you trim the video to the right length before you bring it in here. It looks like a video ranging between 5 and 10 seconds is 10 credits, so at least maybe I'm not wasting credits to get this extra part I don't need. The last thing to do is click generate. Kling does have a free plan. I'm not sure if you can do lip sync on the free plan or not. It's not real clear from this pricing page. For the paid plans, it looks like if you go monthly, they start at $6.99 a month for the first month, and then the next month would be $8.80. Or if you go yearly, it's $79.20 a year. That's 660 credits per month here on this standard plan. That's what I have, so I'm sure that can do AI lip sync, because that's what I'm doing. Kling does offer more than AI lip sync. They also have AI image and video generation, and some tools and features to work with AI image and video generation. So which AI lip sync tool do you think is best? I still like Hedra, but I like how Dzine handles the details beyond the immediate lip sync area of the character. LemonSlice's new model is a big improvement, and I really like their interface. And CapCut's AI Dialogue Scene does a solid job with the lip sync, although I could live without the watermark and whatever it's doing to my audio. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're wondering why I didn't include this, that, or some other AI lip sync model in this comparison, I could only do so many without this video becoming ridiculously long. I've got some other videos looking at AI lip sync tools individually, and I've got another comparison video that has some of these same tools and some different ones all being compared, so you can check those out to see some of the tools that were covered here more in depth, or see other tools. New AI lip sync models are expected soon on a couple of platforms. Veed has something coming out, I'm on the wait list for that, and Kling also has something coming out soon that looks like it's going to be a lip sync upgrade, so I'll be keeping my eye on those. Lastly, OpenArt now has an AI lip sync tool with 4 different models to choose from, and they've also added an audio section with ElevenLabs text-to-speech. I'll be making a video pretty soon exploring all of that. And by the way, I put links to all these AI lip sync tools in the description if you want to check them out. Hey, my name is Bob. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, or at least entertaining, and I hope you'll come back and join me for another video.